everybody, and welcome back to the I Don't Know Running podcast, where we share our experiences that make running fun and sometimes not as fun. I'm Lewis, and I'm a self-admitted lazy ultra runner who forgot what I was going to add again.
And that sounds about right. I'm Mitch. I'm just trying not to be lazy.
Yeah. No, you're not. You're not. I don't think anybody would ever say that you are.
I have been. I feel like all I've been doing is laying around, doing nothing.
Well, you're kind of forced into a lot of that.
Yeah.
Man, I had something this week again. I need to jot down my openings, apparently, on our flow notes notes. I just need to when they come to me.
But you want to surprise me. You don't want me to see it.
True. Yeah, that's true. I do try to hold those to get a reaction.
Well, you get a reaction either way.
Man, I think it was... What the heck was it? It'll come to me when we're done.
You won the lotto and...
Oh, man, that would be great. Nope.
That's what I'm shooting for.
Not a millionaire. Yeah, you're not. I will say, so this episode is going to be a little bit of updates. Well, it's kind of not all updates, but we do have a few things to talk about on the backside, the back end. The second half, we'll call it.
Whatever that turns out to be.
The backside.
The backside.
Backside. But yeah, we do want to update a few things. Number one, you have been in a long process of healing.
Yeah, and I don't know how much I've updated that. I think I did say I was doing the run-walk thing.
Yeah.
As it turns out, I was doing too much. Isn't that weird?
You?
Yeah, because I didn't want to be lazy. I felt like I gotta, like, how did I start this whole journey? You get out and you do things and you have to, it's going to be uncomfortable and you got to deal with some discomfort, and that's okay. I jumped right into it and my knee started bothering me. So I went and saw Terrence. I was teasing him last week about that. It was good to go. And I think, some of these things, and then him to reaffirm and start me off again. He gave me some stretches. He worked on my leg, worked on my foot, which has got a ton of scar tissue in it. That's what hurts so much. And then change it up. He says, you don't need to go 3 miles. You need to only go 2 or 20 minutes tops. And 1 minute walk, 1 minute run. And then the next time I went in, okay, I think you're ready for 1 minute run or 1 minute walk, 2 minute run. So I'm up to like 4 minutes at a time, and my knee feels a lot better.
Your knee?
Well, my foot's just numb anyway. But my knee started hurting me because I think I was going too far, and my form was so crappy by the last interval, if you want to call it that I was dragging that foot, and I think I was just so discombobulated that I was doing more damage than good because I didn't want to be lazy.
Wow.
So I had to back way off.
What's the knee pain? Like, is it after? Inflammation?
It was after, but it's like, it's in a weird spot. Like, it's not there now.
So it was in a particular spot. It wasn't just like overall joint pain.
No, it was just a spot. So, I was massaging that out every night, and then I was doing some different exercises, doing some leg lift, like
nice
calf lifts and all that fun stuff, and
stretching.
Well, yeah, a little bit. Not probably. I'm still a typical runner, not as much as I should, but
if that is one thing I will say, because I think about you, so keep in mind, as I point towards you, I have 3 fingers pointed towards me, right? Mm-hmm. That's I know that when I think of you, it's in support, right? So I'm like, man, Mitch needs to do this. And then I'm having to do it myself, right? But I'm actually doing it a little bit. And I'm telling you, stretching, when you're at your desk at work, stand up and stretch.
I have been doing that now. So I do have a sit to stand. We make office furniture. I've been actually using it. A lot of times it just seems like when I'm trying to concentrate on something, I don't want to stand.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to do that more and trying to stretch and do that stuff while I'm at work. It's just if you're in the middle of something, it's hard to think about. I can't think about two things at once.
Yeah. But it's easy to stretch. It is. I think that part of, so this is speaking to you, but also in general, right? To all runners. We get this in our head that, oh, I need to set aside 30 minutes to stretch. No. Take 5 minutes in the middle of your day, whatever you're doing, and just stretch something. Like, it doesn't have to be this long workout.
Right.
And I've been doing that a little bit. Now, granted, the bit that I've been doing is leaps ahead of what I used to do, which is nothing. So when I do that, I actually do feel better. It's incredible how that works.
We like to reminisce or think about how it, like you used to just run and you could get away with so much. But I'm telling you, as I age, I don't think I'm dying or anything like that, but it just doesn't work the same way. And you need to pay attention to those things more.
Yeah. So you're up to a couple of miles of run walk.
Yeah, I took today off. I was thinking I need to take at least one day off. So I took today off. But I went 3 miles yesterday overall. And I did probably 7 intervals of running at 4 minutes at a time. So
that's pretty good.
In a minute walk. And I've been paying more attention to like foot placement and standing up straighter, getting my, breathing.
So you're getting nearly a half hour of running time.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Is that what Terrence is saying is okay?
Well,
or are you pushing it?
I might be pushing it. I took what he said because I only went up so much, based on what he said. Okay, you went like this week, let's do 2 minutes. And then the next week I thought, well, I'll do 3 minutes because I'm not seeing them now. And then I thought, I can probably start going up by percentage, right? So I could go from, 2 to 4 or I can go 4, or I can just go up a minute midweek each time. And then until I can get to like running a mile, and then I'll start thinking about, maybe.
You're close to that though.
I am close.
I mean, realistically, you're running maybe a 10-minute, 11-minute mile.
Yeah, it's right between 10 and 11 because that's the other thing he told me to do is slow down on my run and my walk. He's like, don't feel like you have to walk super fast. Just make sure your feet are underneath you. I'm like, okay, that's something to pay attention to.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So he's like, you're tall, you want to stride out, don't do that. So I'm like, all right.
That I'm going to talk about that a little bit as we get to mine, but I fully hear what he's saying.
But I ran with the zoo crew on Sunday.
Good old times.
So I ran with Jim on Saturday. He's like, you should show up. He's like, they're only going like 4 miles right now, and half of it's walking. Well, Ron is 78 years old. I think he's still doing okay.
Yeah.
If he walks for a little bit of that,
he moves when he walks, though.
No, I tease him about it all the time. He lollygags. But
okay.
I hope he listens to this. But I went with him, and their pace was like perfect. I ran like it wasn't very fast.
Nice.
But I went like almost a mile and a half and then turned around. I let them guys go because I didn't want to, I wasn't going to do the full 4 miles. I needed to really, listen to what I was told.
Yeah.
And I came back and I did the run walk on the way back. But they slowed me down enough that it was like, okay, I could probably run 3 miles if I run with them. So,
man, I think this is so much of what we have been, I don't want to say harping on, but we have talked about this on the podcast several times. How we say our quote unquote easy has never been easy.
Right.
So now shifting over to where am I? I will say this, that part of things, the easy, my sole focus on my training plan right now is zone 2. I want to be in zone 2, period. Like, I don't care about anything but zone 2.
So you're not doing really any speed work right now?
Almost none. In the 6...
Which is really still base building, if you think about it.
It is. in the 6 to 8 weeks or whatever, I've been running steady, like really good. In what is it? Whatever it is, let's call it. It's got to be. I think this would be week 8. In these 8 weeks, I have missed one run, and that was on purpose because of knee, and that was this week, Tuesday. I decided to take an additional rest day because I was feeling it from my Saturday, Sunday long runs. So that's
because I think I texted you. I said that. I looked at Strava on purpose. I said,
yeah,
you did back to back.
Yeah.
It's like you're at least at that point in the plan.
I did 16 and 10.
But there's something to be said with that. You're going to be tired after back to back long runs.
Yeah.
So
well, especially now when
right.
I don't have the body of months and months of training under me.
But how do you get there? So you have to do a little bit of that, and you got to know when to back off.
Yeah.
It's hard to know when to back off.
But I will say the whole zone 2 thing, I've been doing a lot of just research, asking about it, whether that's YouTube searches and listening to coaches online, things like that, or reading about it. There's a lot to be said for it, for staying healthy throughout a buildup, whether that's a 16-week buildup, 6-month buildup, whatever it is.
2-day buildup.
2-day buildup, yeah. Zone 2 is so key. And if you don't know your zones, I will say this, go Google how to figure out your zones.
That's interesting, though, that you're talking about that, because my morning group run that I've been, they've been going with me once, and then Carl said this week it's perfect because he's supposed to do a really slow week. Like he's got a coach again now, and he was supposed to slow it way down. And he said, I feel like I should be going 11 or 12-minute miles.
Yeah.
And that's what the coach is telling him, like slow it down that much. He's like, we never do that. So it's just wild. It just depends. You think that's just dumb, but it's not bad.
I have found, now granted, I am older than, when I think of what I used to be able to do easy, I am probably a few years now older than that time where I was running really regular and able to go like 7-minute miles. So there is that I've lost. But right now, today, like I could go probably run a, I don't know, let's call it a 21-minute 5K. And I feel like I could probably come close to a 42-minute 10K, or, somewhere in that neighborhood, give or take. Let's call it 45. But my slow runs to keep me in zone 2 is about a 10 to 10:30.
That's crazy.
If I really want to stay,
but how hard is it to slow down? It's
mentally. Funny. Mentally, it's hard still, but I'm getting better at it. This week I did a really solid zone. Well, there's 2 parts of that. Number one, I am intentionally running in 90+ degree heat. So that's slowing me down, because Wednesday or Thursday, I don't remember what it was, I ran in 60-degree temps, and I was able to run like closer to 9-minute zone 2. So there is a big difference there. Well, what I was thinking about with this is, if we're truly running in zone 2, your group of people that you can run with grows so fast. Like I need to do a little more research on this, but I think as you approach zone 1, zone 2, a lot of people can run the same speed and be close to that zone 2. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Whereas if you start getting up to zone 3, zone 4, our pace separation grows. Right. So it's more, when you get down to those lower zones, you can run with a lot of people. You could run with Carl or whoever, Dan or whoever, and you're going to be able to be in the same zones, and everybody benefits and can stay together.
Depends on what you're like, if you're training for a race, where your race is, and if you're trying to do the same zone at the same time.
Well,
right?
Yes, there's that. But if you both have a zone 2 run today, you should be able to run together a lot more people can run together than not.
Well, it was kind of fun. We were doing track workouts at one time. And what I like about that is everybody does their own pace and you still see each other.
Yeah.
You can still cheer each other on.
Yeah. But I thought that was interesting, the whole zone 2, zone 3. And then here's why I think I hurt after this weekend's run. So I had 16 on Saturday, 10 on Sunday, but I was running in the heat, didn't take enough water, and I took a fair amount, but because it's 90s and humid, man, I'm taking 44 ounces and that's not enough for a 16 miler.
Right,
like I need an additional probably 20 to 30 ounces.
But we talked about this already. So you haven't learned from the last time we talked?
No, because I am taking it. Like I'm being very good about fueling even. Like on training runs, I used to do horrible. It's like, I'll just get through it, right? Man, I am hitting it. At 40 to 50 minutes in, I'm taking a goo. 40 to 50 minutes, taking a goo. 40 to 50 minutes, taking a goo. I took a Cliff Bar on the 60 miler. I'm intentionally doing things like to go, this is what you're going to do on race day. Do it. Even on like an 8 miler, I'm carrying water. On a 7 miler, I'm carrying water. 6 is where I stopped.
I was doing that too. Like it's wild. I'm going 3 miles and it is so humid right now.
Oh yeah.
I get done with 3 miles, I am a mess.
Yeah.
Like at least that's what makes me happy too, is I'm getting a good sweat in 3 miles. So what that does for my mood is crazy.
Yeah. I'm sure you're going to continue to benefit from just adding another minute, another minute.
It sucks. Like it's like, cause I'm so out of shape. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do it. But if I just
you're already feeling the mental benefits, I bet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The other part of that I wanted to say is, and I heard this, there is zero benefit to training to dehydration.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
It hurts you.
It does. Like it benefits to training heat. It benefits to train hills. It benefits to drain with weight. There is no gains to be had from like saying, I'm going to intentionally go out on low water or low hydration. That's zero. It's negative. You're going to negatively benefit from that. Excuse me. I should have went and got a water. Man, this place doesn't serve water.
Well, I hear water running upstairs.
I know. Nicole could bring us some. So yeah, that's kind of a few of the things that I've gained in intentionally doing a few things from this training cycle for this 100K. And my update would just be everything has been really good for the most part. The knee is the one thing I'm just paying super, super close attention to. And what I've noticed is when I get into those 140s, 150 heart rates is when my knee bothers me the most. And that's why staying in zone 2 is so key. Staying like 120 heart rate to 130 heart rate is so key. If I can keep it 130 and under, that's where I want to be.
So that makes me think, we got flights. We haven't talked about much else yet. So we got to start talking about that at some point.
We do. I've been looking for housing because we talked about doing a couple days near Lake Sonoma, moving near Auburn, somewhere that way.
Because that's what I'm excited about too, because some of your plan was to hike, run some of those trails.
Western. Man, I want to do Devil's Thumb so bad.
I'm wondering, like in 2 months, will my foot be like?
I hope you can do it.
I'm making progress. I just don't.
It would be cool if you could do a segment of pacing. Like if you felt
I know
you could
that
do
I can't pace
2 miles. Well, what if you could do 2 miles?
No, I'm saying on the race.
That's what I'm saying. Why not?
Well, I thought there was no pacing in that race.
Oh, so, you're right. Yeah,
so I think I can show up, but I'm saying later, like if we do, hopefully you're beat up a little bit from the race, and then I can keep up.
Oh man, I don't care. I would go as slow as necessary to have you go down to the swinging bridge at the bottom of Devil's Thumb
and then have to hike out.
Because I'm pretty sure we can drive nearly to that point.
Okay.
The top. So all you have to do is go down a mile,
Then we race up.
whatever it is, a mile and a half, mile and 3/4, and then back up.
Right now, I'm not feeling it.
It's so dumb. It's so ridiculous at that point of the race.
Well, I was thinking Sleeping Bear Dunes. Have you ever gone down to the lake where they have little signs and they tell you not to do it? Like if you got to get a ride out, it's going to cost you a lot.
Oh, no, I don't think I ever have.
I've never walked down there. I always look at it and I'm like, oh, it looks like that sucks.
Yeah. And Saugatuck's probably a quarter of that.
Yeah.
Is that, I've never been, but you've been to Saugatuck's.
Yeah.
That one steep spot.
It's I mean, we'll find pictures at some point, but it's crazy.
And then I thought I would just share a little bit of the training plan. Some people have commented about that, whether it's on Strava or YouTube. It's a pretty standard training plan. 3-week build, 1 week cutback week. So like this week is 18.8. Last week was 16.10, 26 miles on Saturday, Sunday.
But no speed work in that though.
I'm choosing
not to.
Now, the training plan does say if you're going to do it here. Right. Or hill workouts here.
But because of the time that you have to get ready, you're more worried about base.
Healthy. I want to be healthy,
right?
So that the knee is not an issue come race day.
Yep.
So I'd rather go slow, not train for speed, not train for nothing, have a nice day, kind of a thing, as nice as you can running 100K, than to worry about speed. Now, do I want to increase speed? Yeah, because it is, man, there has been runs where I have went, man, I'm 50 plus. My golden days of running are behind me. Like I am not getting faster. I am getting slower. Mm-hmm. So I have had some of those midlife crisis running moments.
Son of a.
Yeah. I passed like six, seven. I was running out and it was in the morning and here come 5, 6, 7 young kids, guys, probably on a high school cross country team, shirtless, running towards me. And I'm going, son of a, man, I used to be like that. Not anymore. I'm like, I used to hang with them.
That's rough.
They would drop me in a heartbeat.
It's rough.
But anyway, that's the training plan. It is very standard. 3 up, 1 cut back, 3 up, 1 cut back, 3 up, 1 cut back. And then it has a 3-week, the final 3 weeks is basically taper. So nothing extraordinary. As we say, love that word, extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Yeah. It is actually extraordinary.
It really is extraordinary.
So yeah, nothing too crazy. Everything is mild and everything is fairly good. This is, I will say this is probably the best I have done in a training plan.
I think you were the best trained when you went into Western States. Like as far as speed and
yes,
you were running a ton.
The best trained, but I wasn't following anything. I was just
running like crazy.
I was just going, I'm going to go run 10 miles. I'm going to go run 10 miles. I'm going to go. And the thing I think about, so that's the thing I've thought about. That's 8 years ago. Yeah, 8 years ago. And I could just go out and do zone 4. It felt like all the time. Zone 4. Like I was running sub 7s all the time. Like that was my run. Go out and just crush 8, 10 miler.
Now you know better.
Well, that's what's crazy. That's what sucks is now I got to stick to zone 2 just to be healthy.
But you've heard the quote, fitness is wasted on the youth.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. Man, what could I have done had I been smarter back then?
All of us.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that. Now let's shift gears. I want to talk about the podcast a little bit because I think this is something that's very interesting. We've seen coming up on some trends and things like that. Who is this podcast for? Because you and I talked about this. There are loads of the podcasts that are out there. They're not necessarily for beginner runners. And we talk on about who is this podcast for? And it's for everybody. Like one of the things we said is that's the whole premise of the name, I Don't Know Running, because we learn every single time we go out.
Well, with that, even the pros learn stuff every time they go out. They will talk about it in interviews. So it's not like we don't know what we're talking about. I lean towards we don't.
Well, it's more that...
But we have done a lot.
We have the recognition that we're always going to continue to learn.
Because think about that. Like, just what you're learning now about staying in zone 2. As you get older, you have to approach things differently.
Yeah.
You're not going to have the same thing.
And when you listen to so many podcasts, it is like high level, all these, I don't know, there's just so much to them that for me, I just find myself going, wow, what's this about? Like, how is this fun running? Or you're not good enough. It's this sense that you're not good enough.
I think that they can be interesting subjects.
Great.
If you want to geek out on that stuff. But I think we lean more towards the fun.
Zoo crew, the groups. I would say the 90%.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've talked about with races, who makes up the bulk of the race? The average people going out, enjoying running, and the age groupers, I just want to go and run a marathon.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 90% of the people running a race. It's not the top 10%.
Mm-hmm.
So, is this podcast, can this speak to high-level veterans and people that have been there and done that? Yeah, 100%, because I think that we do talk to that as well. But we love to break it down just for ease, for plain speak, as we talked about, sake, that you don't have to listen to this podcast and go, all right, I have 10 things I need to go to Google and figure out what they're talking about.
Well, even experienced runners can think back and think about their first 10 miles or think about their first race and how nervous they are. So everybody had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So even experienced runners listening to this
can get a lot out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I do enjoy when perfect for example, we talked about this on, I don't know when this is coming out, whether it's this week or next week, but we talked about with Terrence and Susan and Nick on that podcast recently about Mai Tai and how awesome it is to go and see the witching hour or the final hours of a race, right? A big event, right? Whether it's 100 mile or 100K, Ironman, something like that, ultra distance, whatever you call it. And so I went, and I'm telling you those same feelings for every person. I showed up at probably 9:00 at night. And so there was about 3 hours of the race. I think 3 hours
Did you
left.
get to watch Nick finish then?
I did.
Oh my gosh.
I stuck around, and it was the whole thing. It was, all right, pull him up on my phone. All right, where is he? Where is he? Okay, yep, he's here. And I didn't know they changed the run course. It's a 6 looper now.
I listened to the little interview that Terrence did with him.
Man. Oh, after the race. Yeah.
He wanted to quit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He didn't even want to go out off the bike. Like, he didn't even want to start the run.
And he's so subdued when Terrence is talking to him. He's just so subdued.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah. I actually went down and was texting Terrence going, all right, I see a couple of headlights coming because it's dark, right? I think it's them because he was with another guy. And sure enough, they get close enough. I snap a couple of pictures and text him like, all right, they're on their way. And in my eye, or my head, what I was thinking was, all right, I'm going to see him at the corner. I want to run back and wait for him to finish. But then I said, hey, how's it going? And da-da-da. And you could tell he was like, he's in the final miles of an ultra, 140.6. He's like the brain is going really slow. He's like, oh, hey. He was on the podcast 2 days earlier. And then it was talk. The entire half-mile stretch, and they're walking, just getting it done. And Jeffrey was with him, a guy from, I think, Atlanta or something, Georgia. And He's talking the entire way with me, and I was trying to like
Nick was?
Yeah.
And you're trying to like
I'm trying to break free and like run down. He's like, so I'm like, oh, I guess I'll take some video. So I'm taking video of him and sending it to Terrence. But it was the feeling that I expressed before, the witching hour, the final hour or so of a race where these are the people, and there's people going out on their last loop still. There's very little time for them to get this done, but the feeling, man, of being there, and I had no investment, but man, did I feel beyond joy to see him cross the finish line. Jeffrey, who I had just met within a half a mile of the finish, and I was overjoyed for this guy to cross the finish line. It was his first 140.6 distance as well. I mean, it was really, really cool.
Was he emotional, or was he just too spent to be emotional?
I think he could get emotional, but I think he's a very in his head.
Yeah,
and I think he's cautious, but he was in control. He was in control enough. He said this, and everybody, he goes, I'm never signing up for one of these again. I go, everybody says that. And as soon as I said that, another guy right next to me was like, everybody says that. Right now, everybody says that. I mean, think of the races that you've done, like 100K or the 100 mile, and you're like, never again. Oh, geez, oops, I signed up again.
He's very thoughtful, though. Like, he really does think. And
yeah. But it was... but I say all that to say, just like, these are the things that we talk about. These aren't the winners of the race. I mean,
right.
Yeah, that's great. That's super.
We have our favorites.
Yeah.
We do. But
and that's really, really cool.
And it is. And it's fun.
But it is not as cool to me as
somebody
the feelings that I had this weekend at that race.
And he wanted, he wanted to quit so bad.
Oh my gosh.
Stuck it out.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was really cool to see. But when we talk about what our podcast is about and who it's for, man, it is 100% for beginners to veterans. But I think beginners can get a ton out of this podcast by listening to things like running your first marathon, or the shoes that we talked about, or just different things that you can throw it on, listen to it. You grab a little bit from it. It's a little bit of advice, experience from people that, we've done a lot, but we're not experts, but we've got a lot of experience with things. So great beginner podcast. Last thing we want to talk about, because we have talked about this on the podcast, and this is pretty cool.
Well, I'm a geek about this stuff too.
Yeah. This is your world. FKTs. Jeff Garmire, I think it's Garmire.
It looks like that's how it's spelled.
Is attempting, and the reason we want to bring this up, because we when we talked about this FKT for the Appalachian Trail, one of the things we saw was the unsupported, and we're like, who does that anymore? Everything's supported.
Apparently he does.
Apparently he does, and he has how many does he have?
20, I think I counted.
20 FKTs. And he is currently in the process of trying to do the Appalachian Trail unsupported attempt, which meant, and I saw he's got a video out right now talking about leading into this. And he has been talking about this. He's got a YouTube channel. I'll link it in the description. But he said something like, I might be getting this wrong, but I think it's actually more than this. But I want to say it was like over $500. But I'm in my head, I'm thinking maybe it was a lot more than that. But anyway, over $500 in shipping because it's unsupported. He can't just like have somebody show up and give him stuff. Can't do that. It's got to be like, yep, here's your package, and he's got to go get it.
Wow.
And all of that
to ship one bucket, it cost me over $100.
Oh, so yeah, he's probably got more than that.
But he's probably doing it in the amount of time it took me to,
Yeah, we'll see, because, man, so, yeah, I did want to make he does have the triple crown of through hiking.
Yeah, all 3 in a calendar year.
Pacific Crest.
AT and Continental Divide.
In 252 days or 89 days or something like that?
I don't have that written down on mine. I think I had it in another spot that I was looking it up. But it's
252 days.
In a calendar year.
Yeah. He did all 3. So anyway, he's out doing the unsupported. And actually, like most all of his are unsupported. And the dude's not that slow either. He's ran, we saw he did Javelina in 1748 or something like that. It's not like you go, oh, he does the unsupported because he's slower. No, the dude's pretty quick, actually. And he's ran Cocodona every year, I think we saw. Cocodona 250. So dude's legit, and he's out there trying to get it done, FKT. And you said he runs for what? He battles depression.
I asked the question, like, how does he afford that? And it's like, well, a lot of sponsorships. He's a professional athlete, writing and speaking, coaching, and he has, he's a content creator. He does have a YouTube channel. But
he does it to battle a lot of depression.
Yeah. So
running helps him with that. FKTs help him with that.
Yep. Through hiking is running is a way to manage his depression. He also uses FKT attempts to raise money for profit organizations,
which is really cool. That's pretty awesome. But if you want to go check out a current running unsupported attempt of the AT, he is attempting that right now. But it's not on the FKT website. I'll if I think about it, I'll try to link it. But if you go to his YouTube, you can find it there. I did look it up, and I don't remember where he was at, but he wasn't even to Pennsylvania. He's going north-south. He wasn't to Pennsylvania yet. He's only, I don't know, a handful of days, or no, probably like 10 days in. He's not very far in right now. So it's brand new, fresh, pretty cool. Yeah. I think that's mostly updates.
I think so.
Yeah. Let us know what you think of anything we talked about, and be sure to share the podcast with beginners to veterans.
Right. And comment on, give us some comments on whatever. What do you want to hear of next?
And be sure to like, subscribe, share, check us out on Facebook, check us out on Patreon, YouTube, all the different listening platforms. That's going to wrap up this week's episode of the I Don't Know Running podcast. Be sure to tune in next time as we share more about what we just don't know.
Until then, happy running.